Ouch, that's gotta hurt. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Walking Dead Deaths by Zombies. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're looking at those particularly gruesome or shocking deaths that come as a direct result of a walker bite. Spoilers will follow, so if you're not up to date, you should probably get on that. Number 10. Jimmy.
Jane started that fire. Maybe they're trying to get out back. Would you circle around?
While Jimmy didn't get a ton of screen time, he was still a likable character and boyfriend to Beth Green, who was a fan favorite herself. In the finale of the second season, walkers invade the farm the survivors are living on. In the melee, a lot of characters die, and among them is Jimmy. When the walkers make it onto the RV, he just has nowhere to go. It's a tragic end to a generally good guy, as his last moments are spent helping Rick and Carl escape. Not only does the team lose a good friend here, they also lose the iconic RV that had been so important to the series to this point. Number 9. Mary.
Drop your weapons and turn around. I want to see your face.
You may or may not believe in karma, but you know this character deserved her death. Mary was a member of the cannibalistic group residing at Terminus, where they'd sucker in refugees only to cook them up and have them for dinner.
You're the butcher. Or you're the cattle.
Rick's group is among their captives, but lucky for them, Carol is a total badass and single-handedly attacks the compound, allowing Rick and co. to escape. She comes across Mary, and after shooting her in the leg, Mary asks for a quick death. Ha! As if. Carol has other plans, and instead opens the door for walkers to feast on her. Number 8. Aiden Monroe.
Hey, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna get you out of here.
Aiden's death was a clear result of recklessness, for which he ultimately paid the price. After accidentally shooting a grenade attached to a walker, he's launched into a metallic shelf which pierces him through the chest. That's a pretty bad way to go, if that had actually killed him. And unfortunately, it doesn't. After a failed rescue attempt by Glenn, Aiden is torn to pieces by hungry walkers. While Aiden wasn't one of the more likable characters, it's still a horrible way to go. However, Aiden does sort of redeem himself when he tells Glenn to just leave him behind. Number 7. Jesse, Ron, and Sam Anderson.
Sam.
Hey, you can do this. Sam's looking mom.
Dying alone is horrible enough, but having your entire family die with you? Yeesh. While covered in walker guts in an attempt to pass through the herd safely, Jesse's youngest son Sam freezes up and ultimately attracts the walkers.
No.
Jessie is unwilling to abandon her child, so she perishes along with him. Ron, who's hated Rick for a while, uses this tragedy to fuel his confidence and finally decides to kill Rick once and for all. Thankfully, Michonne and her katana are nearby. Number 6. Amy.
Think you have a bite?
Amy's was one of the first major deaths on the show, and it hit her sister Andrea as hard as it hit viewers. First, she's bitten on the arm, and while she's screaming in agony, is subsequently bitten on the shoulder. It's such an unexpected attack on the group, and no doubt it hardens them to the threat of the walkers, while simultaneously making them more cautious. We watch as Andrea holds her dying sister in her arms, before putting a bullet in her head once she reanimates. Number 5. Cesar Martinez.
I should have taken some golf lessons.
Martinez's death was genuinely frustrating to watch, as we were beginning to get a bit more insight into his character. At this point, Martinez is the only person left who knows about the horrific atrocities in the governor's past. This, along with the fact that the governor is not fully confident in Martinez's ability to lead, leads the governor to take him out of the equation. He does so by hitting him in the back of the head with a golf club and then dragging him down to a pit of walkers, where he proceeds to feed Martinez to them, face first. Number 4. Theodore T-Dog Douglas. You never had much to do, T-Dog, but you were there from the start, which made your passing that much more tragic. T-Dog always tried to do the right thing, even when he felt unappreciated.
This is God's plan. He'll take care of me. Always has. He's gonna help me lead you out of these tombs.
That's why it was great that he got one of the most heroic and selfless deaths in the series. After being bitten and knowing the inevitable is going to happen, he urges Carol to flee as he runs into 2 walkers and holds them back to give Carol a head start. Number 3. Otis.
You're crazy son of a bitch, ain't you? Just trying to do right for that boy.
Mouths definitely dropped while watching this scene. Shane was a tormented and complicated character, and he probably lost fans by trying to sway Lori to love him instead of Rick, and prove that he was the better leader. One thing's for sure, he did care for Lori and Carl. In fact, he cared for them so much that he sacrificed his companion Otis in a run, so that he could escape with medical supplies for Carl. Shane shoots Otis in the leg to bait the walkers following them. His screams and cries of terror are horrific to hear as walkers converge on his collapsed body. Number 2. Dale Horvath. Dale's unfortunate fate is one reason why kids should not go unsupervised during a zombie apocalypse. After wandering off on his own, Carl stumbles across a walker, whom he inadvertently frees from being stuck in mud. The walker then makes his way to the farm and catches Dale off guard. Up until his death, Dale was the moral compass of the group, who pleaded with everyone the minute they started to lose their humanity. So it's heartbreaking to see the walker tear through his stomach, and even more devastating to see Daryl do the hard thing and put Dale out of his misery.
Sorry, brother.
Number 1. Noah.
Don't let go.
Damn you, Nicholas! You caused nothing but problems, and then Noah dies because of you. Noah always contributed in any way he could, and was one of those characters you could tell would be a vital member of the group. Well, until this. While stuck with Glenn and Nicholas in a revolving door surrounded by walkers, Nicholas saves himself, allowing walkers to get through on one side and reach Noah. There's an intense fear in Noah's eyes as walkers grab hold of him. With Noah pressed against the glass, we see them bite into his shoulder and rip his face apart. Don't worry, Nicholas's own death is not far off.
Thank you.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.